What's poppin'? It's DTW here. We got special guest Day.
Yes, sir.
We in this bitch today. We gonna do a little interview. We gonna get shit poppin'. We gonna drop the look. Any ops pull up. Alright, we'll cut that out. Okay, cool. So, first and foremost, Day, introduce yourself. Tell them why you're here. Tell them what's going on before we jump into it.
Alright, so my name is Day. I'm from Bradenton, Florida. And I'm trying to get my name known in this rap music, you know what I mean? For my brother Ryan that got shot and killed, so
what's Ryan's connection to the music? Because I know you talk about him a lot in your music.
So Ryan was one of them people, like, every time you go to his house, he's like, bro, I'm about to put you on, bro. I got this new song. I'm about to put you on. Every time you get in this car, I'm about to put you on this new song. You know what I mean? So like, he was always listening to that. He listened to everything pretty much. So like, he loved music. So
he even opened up your mind to the thought of even pursuing it as a career.
Yeah, it's like, I used to write music, you know what I mean? I always wrote music, but I never took it serious. Like, my sister and them always told me, like, damn, bro, you sound good. And I just never took it serious. I was like, I don't know, like, I'm not fucking with it.
So what made you take that next step?
Like, I think when Ryan got killed, that kind of made me, like, I don't know, bro. I feel like that fucked me up, but it also made me, like, tighten up in life, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
But you gotta learn from it. Cause
like, I was so stupid. Like, I moved so dumb before that shit. Like, I was constantly in and out of beef with people. I was, you know what I mean, running the streets, being stupid, drinking every night, doing stupid shit, you know what I mean? So now I'm like, I'm chilling, I'm working every day, I'm trying to take my music serious.
Yeah.
Trying to make my brother's name live forever. It's been over a year now, that shit crazy.
It is crazy, bro. And so you locked in with us not shortly after he passed then, huh?
Yeah, for sure, like months after.
So like, to give you guys some context, like Day's been coming in the studio for a while now, at least a year.
A year, yeah.
Yeah.
A year.
And you know, he started out, we were the first studio I ever went to, right?
Only studio I've ever been to, only.
Yeah, so Day came and, you know, just the beginner stages, right? Like, he had the songs down, he had the beats and the lyrics, but he obviously needed to record, and it didn't take him long to lock into the booth and to really find his sound and to keep going. And then since then, every time he writes a song, he pulls up. And Day, you know, I like Day's songwriting style a lot. You know, it's similar to this interview where he talks about things that are meaningful to him and not just like, you know, talking about guns and drugs and bitches and money and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But I feel like Ryan is like your ASAP Yams.
Yeah, that's my guardian angel.
Okay,
that's the first song, man.
Yeah, that was like my biggest song. That was my first big song. Yeah, you're right. That's my first big song. Like, that shit was hard. I swear. I still play that bitch every day. Yeah, man, that's my shit.
That was crazy, man.
Fuck yeah. So let's dive into it, man. I want to ask the hard-hitting questions. So first and foremost, what motivates you when you wake up in the morning to even get up and you know, work hard and do what you're supposed to do?
So, alright, so I'll say a couple months ago, because I'll show you why I'm saying this. A couple months ago, every day I woke up for harmony, you know, obviously, for my girl. But, you know what I mean, I always been in the mindset, like, I'll never let myself give up or be lazy, no matter how fucked up I am. You know what I mean? Like, people think I'm straight, but I really, you know what I mean? I'm not healing from shit. I just don't let myself fall, you know what I mean? I don't let myself fall down. So I try to keep myself going. And now I got a baby on the way, so if y'all ain't know, now you know. So that definitely keeps me going now. I work overtime and shit, so.
When does she do?
She's like 10 weeks now, 11 weeks, so it's still a while, but yes, sir.
Probably no due date yet.
I mean, to be honest, bro, like, you know, what you were saying right before that in terms of, like, you know, you aren't really fine, but you present yourself in a way that, you know, keeps pushing. I feel like that's a big, you know, the vulnerability aspect of being an artist is a big part of, you know, being an artist in general, and being that person who, you know, can talk about these things like you're doing in this interview in your music in a way that, you know, makes people feel like they can't, you know, relate to you and live through you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
and that's another thing too, like, I keep my composure, but I also like putting emotion in my music because that's just real, you know what I mean?
And that's a good way to express it too, right? Because it's like, I do the same shit where I have a lot of like anger and violence and shit that, you know, isn't necessarily healthy to express like in real life.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you write it down, you express it through your music, you know, that's a healthy way of dealing with emotions that aren't necessarily healthy emotions.
Yeah.
Why do you smoke weed, Dave? That's something I want to ask.
I used to be, when I was 14, I used to be so against weed, bro. My sister smoked it, everybody in my family smoked that shit except my parents. But like, I don't know how, God bless my parents, they don't smoke, drink, never have, never will probably. But they don't, anyway, I always used to be so against weed, so against drinking. Well, one time, I was 15 and I went to movies. They already know I lied about it, so it's okay now. But yeah, we told my parents I was going to the movies with my sister and we went to the beach. And it was the first time I actually got high as fuck because I used to puff weed with my friends and just blow it out. I would never inhale it. So we were on the beach and I hit the blunt a couple times, man. They tried to pass it to me again and I was like, I already felt like we were smoking for so long. I was like, what the fuck, you got another blunt? I started tripping, bro. Like, and then, yeah. But the real reason I smoke weed though is my anxiety though. Like I stopped smoking, matter of fact. I stopped smoking weed for like 5 months.
Really?
Brian died, I started smoking weed again because my anxiety got so fucking bad, bro. Like,
and the weed helps your anxiety.
Yeah, I literally felt like killing myself. Like, oh my God, I cannot do that. I cannot deal with it. Smoking weed would literally just instant. Take one hit off a blunt, bro. I'm chilling. Swear to God, that shit's
the weed
different.
sometimes heightens my anxiety.
No, same. There's certain times where I know, like, I'm not about to smoke because it's gonna get worse. But then, most of the time, though, I'm not gonna lie, majority of the time, weed is like my medicine. That's my everything. I can't eat. I can't do nothing unless I smoke.
So does that ever scare you? Does that ever like?
Yeah, because I don't want to smoke my whole life.
Right.
I know that some shit not healthy, and I already don't feel healthy. Like, you know what I mean?
It's not even about that. I mean, even like the act of smoking is unhealthy, sure, but in terms of the way you're doing it, right? Like in terms of relying on it for certain shit. Because there's a difference between like being able to go about your day and not think about weed, and then someone offers you a blunt, sure, I'll hit it. You know what I mean? And then there's a difference between that and like needing that blunt to actually go about your activities.
This shit in my hand right now, this is weed. And that's the crazy thing, I don't smoke nicotine. When I was like 14, I smoked nicotine, you know what I mean? But I gave up that shit quick.
Where you smoke like cigs?
No, I never smoked anything.
So when you were 14, like vape?
Oh no, yeah, vapes, box mods and shit were popular.
Was that like Juul time or?
It was like, no, it was way before that. It was like box mods and shit. Like, I don't know if you know what an iJust is.
Yeah, but those.
But iJust, I have one of them bitches.
So were you like in the bathroom at school, like?
Nah, but I did. So at the time that I vaped, I lived way out in Paris, bro. And there was no middle schools around that area, so I couldn't go to no school. I had to do homeschooling. So I was able to just go into the, you know what I mean? We lived on 7 acres of land. I could go wherever the fuck I wanted and just vape. You feel me? Like, and I hid it in my closet, and then my mom caught me one day, and I told her, it was a bunch of bottles. I told her I just like collecting them because I like to smell them. And she was gold as fuck, bro.
Well, she believed you?
Yeah.
See, I have moments like that too. I have moments like that too, but then
I
look
feel
back.
like she knows.
That's what I'm saying. I look back and I'm like, dude, are my parents really that dumb, or are they just like, man, I'm not going to die on this hill. Like, let this motherfucker vape.
Yeah, like this man's stupid.
Down for real.
So have you ever like gone into other drugs, like you ever popped in?
Nah, the only thing I've ever smoked is marijuana. I've never done any other drug. I've never done shrooms, never done anything. I've never even smoked a cigarette before.
Yeah.
You never have any inclination to like maybe trip one day, try taking shrooms?
Nah, bro, like I don't know. It's not even that I feel like, I don't know how to explain it.
Well,
like
it's tough to handle.
You could literally tell me like this shit's medical, this shit will not kill you, like you could prove to me this shit will not kill me, and I probably won't do it. Like I don't know what it is, my mind just won't let me do that shit.
So with what you said, is it maybe the fear of like the unknown, maybe the fear of like what's on the other side, and it could be a bad?
Bro, if my phone's charged enough, I can show you a picture of my family. Yeah, let me see. I'll show y'all a picture of my family and I'll tell you how my family is now. And y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? And that's why I'm scared of drugs. That shit crazy, bro.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I feel like that's a healthy fear as long as you know how to like run your life.
Oh yeah, fact. Not like I'm terrified of drugs.
Right,
I'm just not stupid enough to let myself get into something like that. Like, I'm not gonna let myself get addicted or try it because I know addictions come with that.
Yeah, for sure. So you don't see a disconnect in like, because a lot of people see a disconnect in like the psilocybin or just any psychedelics in general with like the medicinal pharmaceutical stuff. Do you not see a disconnect there?
Ooh, say that again. Say it.
So basically, like a lot of people like see things like weed, things like shrooms and stuff like that as like a natural thing, whereas like they see a disconnect between that and like more pharmaceutical things like Percocet, like Xanax, like anything distributed through like labs. So what do you not see that disconnect there, or what?
I mean, I don't think it's like. I mean, if it's natural, it's natural. I mean, Mike Tyson said it's legal in some states, right?
Yeah.
And so if it's legal in some states, it must not be. They would really think this shit through more than we are right now. So
For sure.
if it's legal in some states, there's got to be something to it.
So you have a lot of trust in the government?
Nah, not really. I'm just saying, like, I know that they're strict. You feel me?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
know that's strict.
bro, if perk's legal, they gonna legalize everything, my guy.
I mean, yeah, because them bitches, what, you can get them in pharmacy.
Yeah, and them bitches like the devil, bro.
Fentanyl is legal, bro. They like inject you.
Yeah, people take fentanyl unknowingly now. That shit crazy to me.
That shit is crazy, bro. Because back in the day, that shit, like, I remember taking that shit and not knowing what fentanyl was. Like, not knowing that there was an option to lace something with some drug that I've never heard of before.
I'll go with this kid. Hey, if you see this video, I'm sorry. This fucking crackhead dude, his name was Nick. We asked him what he was on one night. And he straight up did not give no fucks, didn't lie. He was like, bro, I'm on fentanyl. He's like, dude, this is an elephant tranquilizer. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then, like, we're all bowling, right? And it's his turn to bowl. And we look over and he's slumped over like this. We're like, oh my God, bro. It took like 2 weeks and we didn't see him. And I started calling him on Snapchat, making sure this man didn't OD on fucking fentanyl.
And what's happening left
It's
and right?
easy as hell to do, too.
Oh, man, it's
you,
so
you
easy.
get one fat that's overpressed and you're done.
There's like stories about like people like overdosing on fentanyl, and then like people like going to give them mouth to mouth, and then the person that gives them mouth to mouth dies because they touched their lips and overdosed too.
Because it's like 0.3 grams or something.
Alright, so this is a picture of my family
It takes.
in 2011. You see how big that shit is, bro. That was an every weekend thing, right there. I'll show the camera too, but
So it's just a big family.
that was an every weekend thing. That big ass family. And like now, every one of these people, every one of them is broken up. We don't talk to nobody. Unless you're like a parent or something to that person, you ain't getting talked to. We're all split up. We all don't like each other pretty much. That or drugs just took over their life. A lot of them is because drugs taking over their life. Like every one of these people in their photo, I can name probably 14, 15 people right here that let drugs just take over.
Jeez.
And now they're not here no more.
That's such a common thing.
They here, but they not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of them dead. So
Why do you think that is? Why do you think your family was afflicted by that specific thing?
just stupid, bro. Hard headed. I think. I don't know.
It's also got to be environment though, right? Like we're on the
Yeah, they
same
grew
place.
up. I mean, they were in the trenches for real. They were worse than what I live in for real.
Where are they from?
Old Nico, like
Right. And you know Manatee County is the heroin capital of the
bro.
country.
them boys, they smoke anything they could get. Fake weed,
Yeah, spice.
K2, spice, all that shit.
So, we're talking about family, and you were talking about, your high school a little bit earlier. What's your relationship with education?
I mean, my parents and everybody keeps telling me that they want me to get my GED, but I really don't feel it's important with the path that I want to take in life because I know I'm serious about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm serious about what I want to do, so I know that a GED is not important in what I want to do.
Okay.
Which people can have their own opinion on that.
No, for sure, bro. And that's the type of thing where, I can tell you from my perspective, or just people I'm around, you could say that, you have that perspective, but tell me if I'm wrong. It does get hard sometimes, you doubt yourself, right?
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Well, this is one thing that I would say too, though. There's a difference between, you could call somebody dumb, because they're not school smart, but they could really be smarter than you in life.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? In life, they know how to move. They staying alive better than you. They move better than you in life. Like I know a lot of people that you go and put us in a fucking test. Yeah, he gonna ace the shit. I might fail it, but in life, I'ma out survive this man. I'm making more money than him. So that's the crazy part. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, it's like it kind of speaks to your level of dedication, right? Because
Yeah,
like,
you gotta be dedicated too.
right. It's like if you have a plan for what career path you want and how you're gonna get there, if you fully believed in that yourself and that plan, why would you do some other shit in case it didn't work? Because what that shows is that you're not actually all in on the
you got
initial
a backup.
plan.
You got a backup plan. I feel like you're not really serious about.
Yeah, but not only that, but that might be the downfall, right?
Yeah, that really
because
is the downfall because you
could be 99% in, and that 1% might be the reason you're not successful.
Oh, yeah. That 1% you counting on that other dream, and it's not. And that's just a whole other dream that you ain't even started chasing yet. That's the crazy part.
So with that, how do you feel, your perspective on fatherhood is going to be in terms of education, but just raising your daughter in general? Like, how do you feel?
It's a
I
girl.
mean, no, we don't know the gender yet.
Okay.
But so I feel like I'm a decently smart person. So I feel like I'll be good as a father. You know what I mean? Like I plan on being not a strict father, but like my kid's gonna know their place. You know what I mean? Like I watch my little brothers and little nephews and nieces grow up. I'm like, fuck them, my kid's not being like that. I can't. Brats, like swear to God, just fucking brats. I just can't.
What do you think is the most important part of fatherhood that you're looking forward to?
You got like shit that you think you can't talk to kids about, bro.
Yes.
Like you gotta talk to them kids about
Yes.
that shit. Because if not,
They gonna talk to
they're
someone
blind.
else.
They're blind, bro. Like.
But
shit
not
like
even that, but I think people underestimate the intelligence of children.
Yeah.
And then it's like, bro, like...
Bro, in that school shooting, a little girl covered herself in blood and made herself play dead.
Yeah.
That shit crazy. She's 10 years old.
I mean, yeah. And a lot of that does go back to the parents and how they raise them.
Yeah, for real.
So yeah, you just mentioned that, man. How do you feel about bringing a life into this world and the climate that we're in?
Right, like sending your kid to
That
school
shit's
and
scary,
shit
bro.
going on. Yeah.
That shit's scary. Like, it's not necessarily I want to, but I got good plans for it, though.
Yeah.
So it's
And
like,
it's also some, at the same time, you can't let the fear, like, hold you back. Because that's
Yeah.
where, like, the overprotection comes in.
facts. Like, I feel like you should, alright, if I didn't want to have a fucking kid, then this shit should have never happened in the first place. Like, if I was really that against it, so me, fuck no, I'm not giving up on my child. Like, I'm gonna have my child, I'm gonna give him, I'm gonna birth him into this world, and I'm gonna teach him the best I can. So, life plays out how it's gonna play out.
What's your relationship with your parents then?
I'm close as fuck with my parents. Like, before Harmony came around, I was like, the only people I really could talk to whenever I was fucked up for real. Like, I'd go over to their house and just be chilling.
So it gives you a good base of like. How
Yeah,
you
it does, because that's something that a lot of people have, and they kind of have to figure
Yeah,
out how to have
facts.
that relationship with their own.
Like, my girl, Harmony, she don't got a close relationship with her parents. Her mom lives in Michigan, and she don't talk much with her dad, so
That's
I
just
know.
how it should be.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it fucks her up, so I know how to.
I mean, it's a good thing that you have that, bro, because you can provide that to your children. I feel like that's like one of the most important things. Like, you don't really gotta teach them shit per se, because they gonna learn regardless, bro. But
Yeah.
what they need is someone to talk to and someone to open up with and someone to connect to. Especially like, because I'm assuming you can relate to this, like being a man, like being a father. It's different from like, because people will raise daughters different than they'll raise their sons. And a lot of the way, like, I'm sure like all four of us was raised was very like tough, when it came down to like how our fathers treated us and kind of like the way that they allowed us to express our emotions and stuff.
See, that's the thing. My family got so many members in it. Like, my mom and dad got so many kids together. It goes from like, my sister Skyly is like 6 or 7, and my oldest sister's 24 or something like that. So you know what I mean? It's a big range. Like,
How many siblings do you have?
so I got 4 brothers. It's Logan, Zane, Bo, Jordan. This is his real name, and then Gage. That's my brothers. And then I got 3 sisters. It's Skyly, Alexis, and Destiny. So I got 7 total.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So you have sisters, man, and I know you don't know the gender, but that kind of makes me think like, what if you have a girl, bro? Like,
But this is the thing though, my mom, only got one girl. My dad had 2 girls with another female. All the other kids were born with my mom and dad. My mom's only had kids with my dad. She's only been with my dad her whole life. That's crazy, but
Okay, for sure. That's cool. And you know, seeing your sisters grow up, you know, do you feel, are you a little nervous? Like if you have a girl, you know, it might be a little harder or what?
I mean, like, my sisters go through tough times, but I'm proud of both of my sisters, though. So I have faith in, like, that my daughter would do good if I have a daughter.
Do you think you would raise them differently based on their gender?
For sure. Yeah, but no, my bad. I thought you was gonna ask something else. All right, so it depends in the, like, what you talking about, like
bring
just in general,
bring
the
a
way you
woman
talk
into,
to them and
bringing a woman into society is a lot different than bringing a man into society with roles and things like that. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't think you should treat them too differently,
I agree.
but I don't know, like, that's my opinion. I just don't think you should treat them differently.
I agree, because I feel like there's a lot of stigmatization, right? Like, I feel like as a man, like, we've had women do certain shit to us, and then we have a daughter, and then we want to kind of base the way we raise them off of our experience with women, which is different from our experience with men.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of a dangerous game.
Well, that's the thing. Like, growing up, I used to always get mad because I'm like, damn, why my parents always saying no to shit like this? But now that I'm older, I'm like, all right, so you might say you're 16 years old and you want this girl to come over so bad, bro. You're trying to get some pussy. You know what I mean? All right, so, and your parents, fuck no, you didn't no girls coming over, right? Well, you're like, damn, bro, I ain't no girls come over. And you're thinking, damn, my dad's a piece of shit, bro. He's lame. But really, he knows what it's gonna turn into. This girl gonna end up pregnant. Yo, 16-year-old ass don't got a job. He's paying for your baby. You know what I mean? So you gotta think of the long run as a kid. I know it's hard to, but you gotta think of the long run as a 16-year-old.
Yeah, and also
parents might be strict, but it's for a reason in the long run.
And it's also like, how would you treat a girl? You know what I mean? Because like, I feel like people are more strict when it's like a girl asking for a guy to come over. So then there's some sort of
it should be the same rules for both.
Right.
It should be the same rules for both. If a girl cannot have a male come over, then a male cannot have a girl come over.
Yeah, and that's something you see a lot where it's like a father being like super like involved with like who like his daughter's boyfriend.
I want to be best friends with my children.
Yeah.
Swear to God, I want to be like close as I possibly can with my children.
I think that's the most important.
That's why I hate I gotta work, bro. Like 8 hours away from my kid, that'd be crazy.
I think that's a good idea, but do you feel that might hinder, you know, them listening to you in any sense? Maybe getting too close to them?
See, I just won't let them get too comfortable. That's what it is. Like, they're gonna know their place. Like I said, like I'm gonna be a strict parent, but I'm also gonna be a cool parent at the same time. So.
For sure.
I feel like it comes down to like punishment. It's like you can always enforce the rules, and that's just the rules.
Which I don't believe in, like hitting kids really too much.
Right.
I believe in punishment. I don't believe in hitting kids because you telling me you smack the shit out of this kid. That's gonna affect him more than taking that PlayStation or Xbox away for a fucking week or two. Man, he's gonna feel like life is ending over that Xbox and phone. You know what I mean?
It's also traumatic.
Yeah,
it's
you hit him a couple times, he's gonna be like, God damn, I feel like I'm abused. Fuck.
Yeah.
As a kid, you don't understand really, so.
Yeah.
Or even
I don't really agree too much on hitting kids. Like.
Or even like pointing them in the right direction instead. Like a lot of the times, parents will get mad, or just like, you know, administrators in general get mad and, you know, enforce punishment. But a lot of the times, you know, a young kid doesn't know what the right thing is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they don't know what the right way to go is.
Yeah, but also it's like, how are you incentivizing that situation, right? Because you're doing something that they're doing something that you don't want them to do, and then you make them feel like shit for it, and you make this toxic relationship where it's like a lot of times the reaction to that is, well, shit, like, you don't give a fuck about me anyway. Like, fuck you, I'm gonna go do this shit. So sometimes, like, over punishing can have kind of the opposite effect, where it's like, now, like, this kid never got to experience this shit, so he's going out and doubling down on it because you tried to hide it from him the whole time, and you punished him and like, kept him out of it. And I feel like that's a big part of things, too, is like, yeah, you can make a mistake, and you deserve to get punished for that. Like, you need to be held responsible, but you don't deserve to be made feel like shit for it.
Yeah,
like, everyone makes mistakes, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's having that balance between...
See, I want my kids to, like, all the shit that kids think nowadays is boring, like school, all that. I want to make that fun for my kids. Like, I want to wake them up in the morning, to like hype them up. Like, let's go, you know what I mean? Do something.
You gotta
fun
give them perspective.
You know? Yeah, they gonna want to go. Like,
right. Well, it only is fun if they think that it's fun.
Yeah. You get these. I'll tell you what. You get good grades this week. I'm finna get you whatever the fuck you want.
But
Right.
even understanding like why they're doing this, like a lot of kids just go to school. I gotta go to school.
Yeah.
But maybe like going to school and learning the certain things you're gonna learn are gonna build you as a person.
And acknowledging the
Yeah,
bad
bro.
parts of it too, because I feel like it's like parents be knowing like, oh man, there's a lot of bullshit that comes with schooling, but if I act like that, then my kid's not gonna want to do it. So they're just like, no, go to school, it's good for you. You can be honest and be like, man, school sucks.
Yeah.
Like you can phone that shit in if you have to, but there are reasons why you got to go, and these are the reasons. And I feel like breaking that down for them and being honest makes them more
So
like
a lot of people nowadays, they just go to school. They don't actually.
Right.
They don't learn. They just go to school. They think that shit's a playtime. Like you see stories and shit. All they do is fight. It's like prison.
Yeah, but honestly,
It is,
that's
it's
also the way it's structured too. Like there's people branching out into homeschooling, people branching out into alternative types of education. Like we were talking about originally. I feel like the environment that schools brought has been kind of like a prison in the sense of like
But there's
it's not
benefits to that
for sure,
too.
for sure.
Like being in rehab, like gave me so much perspective in terms of like it's like 20 guys in one room, ain't no phones, ain't no shit. It's like every single day a fight's popping off. Every single day like some motherfucker crying, and it's like. But that's also like something that like right now we're all on our phones and we all are like distracted, and that's an environment that you learn in. Like it's hard to learn how to be around a group of people when you don't necessarily like them, you didn't choose to be around them and certain shit like that. And I don't know, I think that's important because that's an environment. Unless you want to be a loner your whole life, you're going to have to learn how to get along with people even if you don't necessarily like them.
It could be hard to get along with people even if you do choose to be with them. That can stem back to how you.
See, and that's another thing. Before Ryan died, I'm not even gonna lie. I was stupid, bro. Like I did not give people chances. I was a dickhead to everybody. Like I just used to. I don't know. I was just a dumbass. I feel like I literally just completely changed the whole person.
And was it like it flipped a switch, or was it like it flipped a switch in the mindset and then slowly?
Bro, I didn't really like take death serious, and then one of my friends died. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck, bro? That shit's crazy. Like, what the fuck? I'm never gonna see this man again.
What was your relationship with Ryan? Like, how did you know?
So how I first started was years and years ago, bro. I was like 10, 11 years old. My cousin Tyler pulled up with Caleb, the one that got locked up when Ryan died. I'll explain it, but he got locked up when the whole situation when Ryan died, and so. Alright, Ryan pulled up in the truck with Tyler and Caleb, and we was playing ball for a little bit. And I remember he had long ass hair at the time, big ass beard, you know what I mean? He wasn't really recognizable. But we was playing ball for a while and we ended up smoking. And they ended up smoking, you know what I mean? I was legit at the time, but I was always chilling around that shit, just being stupid. And we ended up riding back to Ryan's house. I remember he was showing me all his dabs, just crazy shit. Anyway, years and years go by, bro. Like, I ain't see this man. Years and years go by. And I started working with my cousin and my uncle. And he's like, yo, one day after work, he was like, yo, you want to go slide to Ryan's house and smoke? I was like, hell yeah, let's go. I ain't seen that man forever. So after that day, it was every day we were sliding over to Ryan's house, but we were smoking with him every day until we built a relationship. You know what I mean? Until, like, I was like, all right, now Ryan's my dog. I kind of looked up to him in a way, bro. Because he was always into some shit, but somehow always, like, just stayed solid through it. You know what I mean? Like, I remember he crashed his Enduro. He was always into the law. Like, one time some shit happened when a gun went off. Just some crazy shit. And, I don't know, but I just stayed solid through it all. And he had a kid, too. Definitely. Just turned 1 year old, too, when he passed away.
How's his son doing?
He's doing good. Yeah, his son and his baby mom is doing good. But,
so what was the situation where the dude got locked up? Like, what had happened?
Bro, some shit, bullshit. Like, dude got out. So it's a drug deal gone wrong. It says it in the whole like description and everything. But he still somehow got out for like self-defense. You know what I mean?
So he killed him?
Yeah. The dude. All right. So
what happened?
Caleb and Ryan was going to do a deal. And I don't know the exact story, but I wasn't there. But anyway, some shit happened. They went up to the garage, some tussling went down, and the dude shot Ryan, and Caleb and them took off. And I heard one time that Caleb was the one that called originally because obviously Ryan got shot, but I don't know the whole story. So they ended up, but the cops pulled up and found Ryan laid out next to the mailbox by his car.
And then they arrested the dude, but then they let him out.
Yeah, they arrested him. He bailed out for like $1,500, and then he got arrested a couple months later.
Wow.
For a drug charge again, and he bailed it out the next day.
Wow.
You know where he's at now?
No clue. But he off the map.
Fucking.
Do you ever think about it? Like,
Yeah, but
you just kind of try to
Yeah,
keep
you gotta
push
let
it,
that
like,
shit go.
yeah, cause
That's a tough one.
that shit tough.
Yeah, that's a hard pill to swallow because it's like all your hurt.
Yeah,
can be
I don't give a
blamed
fuck.
on one
Like I
person.
said, I don't give a fuck if Ryan was right or wrong in the situation. That shit's up.
Well, it's like all the pain you felt was all caused by this one motherfucker that you.
Bro, that's like
yelled.
somebody killing fucking Dakota right there. That I'm with that man every day.
Rest in peace, bro. Well, I think it's really noble, like the way you talk about Ryan and the way that you just, you don't let his name be forgotten.
Oh yeah, Ryan, all his sisters know what I'm trying to do. I'm just keeping bro name alive.
And it's like, as long as I've known Day, I've known Ryan.
Facts.
It feels like.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part. You hear people that I don't even know these people, and I hear them screaming Fort Booth and posting that shit on their story when I
Wow.
saw them. I'm like, what the
Bro,
fuck?
I
That
don't
shit.
even
That's
know.
what I wanted, bro. Like,
Your name isn't even like your name in my shit. It's Fort Booth.
yeah, that's
like,
what I'm saying.
how I
That's
know
what
you.
people know me by. That's just crazy.
And before I even knew the story and like knew your relationship with Ryan, I just knew him because of the way that you carried yourself and the way you talked about
And
it.
my music describes it as real. Like everything I say in my music, like Broken Thoughts, I could sing like that. That song lyric for lyric is literally about Ryan. Like I said, had to climb up out the dark so I could see the light. Yeah, I know that life is hard, but you gonna get it right. I'm gonna just keep on moving forward because it's in my sight. Along with my brother, I'm gonna pour it for your ass tonight. He tried to run, but he got tore up from the flashing lights. And then he died on Southern Parkway where I live. I grew up there my whole life. And it's 2800 block, that's why I always say that. And he died on that road, even though he's not from there.
Mm.
He's from Bayshore Gardens, like he lived in Bayshore Gardens. And he got shot on Southern Parkway though, and killed. So I said, I drive by that place like damn near I got to every day, bro. You know what I mean? That's my neighborhood. So I said, I feel like I see you on the floor when I go passing by. It's like you get the most love when you pass and die. I'm just trying to get above. I hit the gas and fly. And yeah, that whole part right there was just about Ryan.
Would you say that's the realest shit you ever wrote?
That's like the realest shit about Ryan that I ever wrote. But I
What's like
think
your
my hardest
realest
song
verse?
right now, my favorite song right now is 4B.
So give him like the verse, like give him like the 16 that's like the realest shit you
Alright.
ever wrote.
Alright, so me and my cousin was close as fuck. He's the one that introduced me to Ryan. And we had a falling out recently where me and him got into it big time. Over some fuck shit, because they like scammed me out of a little bit of money, but it's whatever. I'm not worried about that shit. Bitch ass. So I said, I ain't want to believe when they had told me Ryan died. We was just at your crib smoking exotic out the pipe. You die from what you live by, I guess that's the way of life. I want your killer dead so he feel what I felt inside. And I was like, all the nights we sat and cried, me and cuz not on good terms, but if you need me, I'll still slide. I let a lot of bridges burn, I don't usually sympathize, but I can't stand to see you hurt, and I keep asking myself why.
That's
And that's
crazy.
the whole part was about my cousin, cause like yeah, I don't fuck with him, but at the end of the day, like, I feel like if he called me and was like, bro, like, I'm getting jumped, I need you, bro. I swear to God, I'm pulling up. Like, nobody jumping my cousin at the end of the day. So,
The line about the pipe, and then you said,
literally, that's how I met Ryan. That's
Yeah.
why it's so personal to me. That line, that shit personal as fuck to me, because that's how I got introduced to Ryan. Smoking dabs out of a fucking pipe.
did you think of it as a double entendre though? Because you said you live how you die, and he died from a pipe, like he died from a gun.
Yeah. So, I didn't even think about that, bro. But I said, you die from what you live by. I guess that's the way of life. But I said that because Ryan, before he had Declan, This man had Call of Duty guns, bro. Like, he was into some guns, dog. Like, he was into some crazy shit. So that's why I say you die from what you live. Like, that's the way of life. But the crazy part is he sold all of his guns
When
for
he had a kid.
Declan because he had to get some money up.
Dude, that's fucking wild. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened in your life? You don't have no moment where you're like, dude.
They never got caught.
I gotta have no fucking. I gotta have a moment though, bro. There gotta be a moment that has.
Probably you just don't remember it.
Yeah, I just don't remember. Fuck.
You shut that shit out.
I just don't remember.
Alright, bet. Quick five. Top 5 TV shows.
Oh, I don't really watch TV, but alright, go ahead. Alright, I got you. 5. Can I do movies instead?
Yeah, do
Movies and TV shows.
Okay.
Alright, so 5, I'm doing Ted. That shit funny as fuck. Alright. 4, I'm gonna do extortion. Extortion. I don't know if y'all ever watched that movie. But the dude that plays Thor is in that movie.
Chris.
Oh, Extraction. That's what it's called. Badass movie, bro. Oh my god, you gotta watch it.
Okay.
It's called Extraction. Bad as fuck. But 3rd, I'll probably say damn, I can't think of that. Is it Norbit with the big ass black bitch that goes crashing through the water slide?
I don't
Medea?
Norbit, I think. Hold on, let me see.
Never heard of it.
Hey,
You was watching
somebody gotta know what I'm talking
Cuts.
about. Yeah, it popped up. Norbit. See,
Never seen it.
she goes crashing through a fucking water slide.
Too big.
Oh, she big as hell. But yeah, that's 3rd. 2nd. Oh, The Good Doctor. I actually fucked with that. I don't know if y'all ever watched that. It's the autistic doctor. That man was. You gotta watch that.
It's a movie?
Yeah, it's a show, a TV series.
Okay.
And then first, y'all can hate me for it. Fuck you, Cobra Kai.
I've never seen any of those.
I've heard of Cobra Kai. What is Cobra Kai?
I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna like it because Dakota was explaining to me. I was like, no, that shit's for losers. I watched it, bro. Oh my god, that shit is just fire. I don't know. They just beat the shit out of each other the whole thing. Like kids in school, like high schoolers, get into these big ass brawls. And every one of them knows karate, so they just beating the shit out of each other.
Oh,
It's a spin-off of the Karate Kid, the original.
Yeah, literally.
He's like older
The
now.
old karate kids are the
He's
karate
like a
teachers.
grown-ass man.
Is it a relatively new show? I feel like it's recent.
Yeah, it's newer. They have 3 seasons now, though.
So you don't fuck with like cartoons or nothing? I'm like a cartoon guy, bro.
I don't really watch. I watch YouTube. Really, I watch YouTube shorts. Like people watch TikTok, I watch YouTube shorts. Like I don't know.
I fuck with YouTube shorts.
Well, we gotta ask, bro, what's the top 5 artists?
Top 5 artists for me. Oh, that's easy. All right, let me go to my playlist just so I don't fuck this up.
OG.
But all right, so number 5. All right, let me start from number 1. Number 1 for me is Polo G. Number 2 is Lil Durk. Number 3 is No Cap. Number 4 is probably Zay Osama. And number 5, I got. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, number 5 is SG. I gotta give it to him.
SG?
Yeah, SG is hard, bro.
I never heard of him. I heard of everyone else.
SG is hard.
I could those definitely seem like your favorite artists.
Yeah.
So like, what does music mean to you, bro? Like, tell us about being a
That's
musician.
my passion. I don't give a fuck if I blow or not. I don't give a fuck if I make money off this shit. I'm always gonna make music. That's my passion, like for real.
Do you feel like it's your outlet, like you were kind of talking about as well?
Yeah, that's literally like that's my. If I couldn't smoke weed, if I make music, that'll probably be my only other option to pull me the fuck up. Cause that's my getaway. I feel like I'm in a different mode when I'm in the studio. Like,
Top 5 favorite foods. I'm curious about this one.
well, first chicken wings. I fucking love chicken.
Okay.
So chicken
Top
wings. I like Chinese food, so I
Okay.
say that as number 2. Number 3, breakfast, like breakfast items. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I like breakfast.
Pancakes, waffles.
Like
sweets.
biscuits and gravy.
Okay,
Specifically, yeah.
So like salty for breakfast.
Yeah,
Okay.
shit,
Like hash browns type
yeah.
shit.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
sausage?
Sausage,
Yo,
yeah.
pause.
Sausage,
Yeah,
yeah.
they don't
No
eat
homo
sausage.
though, no homo. And 4, let me think, bro, this is a hard one.
Bro, you missing out on main one, bro.
4, I'll say Chipotle. I like
Okay, so
Chipotle.
I was saying, like, you gotta have tacos in the top 5. Like, you gotta have like
5?
Mexican food, like.
Bro, I like Tijuana Flats too. Matter of fact, 5 is probably Tijuana Flats.
Bro, Tijuana
'Cause they
Flats
got
is like
that-
surface level Mexican.
No,
food.
but
It's
they
like
have this
Americanized.
fire ass burrito, and then you pick any hot sauce you want.
Yeah.
Like,
I
this
gotta
is-
try because Tijuana Flats is. I'm like a Mexican food connoisseur.
No,
I'm like
you into
I go
the real shit.
Yeah, like
I feel
and
it.
Tijuana Flats is just kind of like my enemy.
It's like Taco Bell to you.
Right? Yeah.
You gotta go to the right Tijuana Flats too, because some of them are ass.
I've seen that there's one
Dry
up
ass.
in Gibsonton. I want to try it.
The
I
one
went to
I go to is
Fuzzy's
fire,
the
bro.
other
Like,
night.
they got
Fuzzy's is
Fuzzy's.
good.
Fuzzy's, I've never eaten.
Yeah, Fuzzy's is good, bro.
Bro, you'd be surprised. You can name some restaurants, and I probably never eat there. Like a lot of big restaurants. I don't eat out.
Applebee's.
I've eaten there, but like a lot of big places like Fuzzy's. I haven't.
What about like Golden Corral?
Yeah, I've eaten in Golden Corral.
I'm like a foodie, bro. Like I like going to like different places, and like when it's like, all right, let's go get some food. I want to go to a place that I've never been to before, and I want
Yeah,
to like
facts.
try some shit. I don't know. I'm just into that type of shit.
Like I don't think I've ever eaten at Olive Garden.
Really? Do you like Italian food? Like
Yeah,
pasta,
I
like
love
pizza?
pasta. That's the main thing I eat is pasta. Pasta and chicken, bro. Literally, pasta and chicken is my favorite.
Yeah,
shit.
chicken's a go-to. Like chicken's a staple.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to protein, like chicken's like
Yeah.
my daddy.
That's my go-to. Any
What?
Yeah, you can do anything. with chicken.
Okay, but no
Like,
cap. What
fucking
came
sandwich.
first, the chicken or the egg?
Do you want the actual answer?
Not for me.
egg came first, and then the chicken was born.
Yeah, but how was the egg laid?
Bro, this is gonna be an endless look.
Well, you want to know the actual answer? It came from like a subspecies of chicken. So like another like animal mutated to start laying eggs instead of having live births, and then they laid an egg. Like they like
Chickens are still mammals, right?
yeah, like the chickens came from a whole like other.
Are they mammals?
They breathe air. Yeah, they breathe air. They're mammals.
That's not the only thing.
They
for
breathe air,
mammals.
bro.
I don't
Bro,
know.
like crocodiles, like the crocodiles are
Are
fucking
chickens
reptiles.
mammals? They're birds. Not,
Yeah.
They're not
Oh, yeah,
mammals
birds,
or
okay.
reptiles.
But yeah, so they came from
Because
another.
mammals don't lay eggs. Mammals give live birth.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
we
yeah,
should
yeah.
have-
You're
we should
right.
have-
So no, basically
Yeah,
like millions of years ago, this is
I
what
was
they
thinking
said.
birds, but then I was like, is birds a class
Yeah,
of
it is.
animal?
But haven't platypus been around since like
Yo, platypuses are
Ice
wild.
Age days? So what if a platypus fucked a bird, made a chicken? Because they lay eggs. Platypus lay eggs.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
do you
it
know
came
so much
from-
about platypi?
Yeah,
Because I watched Phineas and Ferb.
yeah. Bro, they look fake in
When
real
I was
life.
a kid, I watched
Like if you look up a picture of a platypus, it looks
I
fake.
swear to God, that shit does not look real. It's like a fucking beaver.
Yeah,
Dude, just ocean creatures in general, bro.
Freak me the fuck
Freak.
out. Yeah.
They have like the giant squids and they look like monsters, bro. Like fucking like
Scariest
like when I say
14.
giant squids, I don't mean like the regular ones that are like where it's like the body is huge. I mean they have ones where it's like the head and the body is like the size of us,
The
and then the tentacles and the legs are like 100 fucking feet long,
Fuck
and they
that
like
shit, dog.
they're like in.
Oh hell
No, not even that, bro. It's one that's like that, but the tentacles are like
yeah, it's
so
like in the deep
long.
ocean. They can't even like.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Y'all seen Squidward? Them bitches are cranky, dog. Don't fuck with them.
Wait, is Squidward a squid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Squidward.
why I got
Oh.
Squidward.
Bro,
That just
Squidward.
blew my mind.
Squidward.
So, who's
Yeah,
your
oh,
favorite character from SpongeBob?
Patrick, dumbass.
Patrick, shout out Patrick.
Yeah, straight up.
So,
Yo, if you want to do a feature, Patrick, hit me up.
oh god,
I got you for the
Patrick,
free.
tap in, man. We learning shit on.
Fuck with you personally, bro.
So let's talk about a day. You know, you talk about your favorite animals. Talk about some vulnerable aspects of your life. What's next with you, bro? You got a kid coming on the way. New music coming out. What's going on?
So, I got a manager that I've been texting on Instagram, and he books shows for like big people. Like I don't know if you know who Raw Youngin is or
Yeah.
PG. I think it's PGF Nook. It's Polo G's new artist Nook, but he books. He like books shows and has all these artists involved with it. You know what I mean? So like I'm trying to get him to let me perform one of these shows. You know what I mean? And get my name out there. But I've been talking to him and he fucks with my shit like heavy. So
That's sick.
that's my next step is just like trying to get my name out there more because I know what I've been doing ain't enough, right? You know what I mean?
When you gonna get back in the booth and record some new shit?
Probably in a week, less than a week. I gotta finish this.
I know you be writing.
Like, this is the thing, I write so many songs, but it's only certain songs that I pick out, and I'm like, alright, this shit needs to be recorded now. Like, I can't.
How often do you write? What's your creative process look like?
Every single day.
Mm.
Every day, like, every day. Anytime I get the chance away from, like, people, I write.
So you like to be alone when
I
you write?
love being alone, I write. I can't stand being around. I mean, I could write around people, but.
Even harmony?
Oh, yeah. I could write music around her.
So
I could write music around her. She could be like right next to me. I don't give a fuck.
So are you like a pen and paper type of guy?
Yeah, pen
You
and
look
paper.
like a
I've
pen
always
and
been
paper
like
type
that,
of
bro.
guy,
Pen
yeah.
and paper. Like, I don't know what it is.
I'll be on my phone, but I'm not gonna hold you.
Like I do some songs. Like I got a few songs on my notepad, but like I just you'll see I start doing them and
You switch it over to
I just
pen.
I start switching to pen. Literally, oh that's from the last show. All the tickets.
Yeah, y'all know what we on.
But yeah, see, I got hella songs that I could do, but I just.
Yeah, you gotta be picky about which ones you actually record. I don't think I've ever recorded you in this one and been like, oh, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah, like I'm picky as fuck with my songs. That's why I take so long to get back in the studio. And then people around me, like I don't know, I feel like I'm so fucking like I don't know. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, but people around me will tell me, bro, you need to record this shit. It's so good. But I'm in my mindset, I'm like, dude, I know I got some harder shit.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Like I know that I don't want to record this. I want to record this song. This shit harder.
I be going through the same shit because it's like when you got 300 songs, bro. Just because it's good ain't a good enough reason to post it. Because you got other songs that you gotta compare it to.
I got 5 notebooks. 3 of them are composition notebooks. I think it's like 170 pages, some shit like that. Every one of them is filled front and back. Bro, like I cannot write in the bitches no more. Now my new notebooks, they're like half filled. And I got like 3 new notebooks now, but they're like half filled already. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
I'm like the opposite, bro. Like I got notebooks that are like I don't write on paper anymore, but like old shit. It's
Yeah.
Like, all like
I want to get
every
a.
other page has something that looks.
I
Like
want to get an
insane
iPad with one of them.
Like little
note
keyboard things.
I would never use my cell phone. I don't use my cell phone for nothing but YouTube Shorts and text my girl. Literally.
So you never wanted to get into like freestyling?
I freestyle every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like when I get drunk with my dogs, I freestyle and shit. Like.
I feel you. I used to write for years, and
But I love writing my music though because
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I said, I'm picky. I like to perfect it. You know?
yeah,
What I mean?
like go back and it is a different art to it. Like it is and there's some shit you say when you're freestyling that you can't say when you're writing because it just doesn't come out of you like that. And there's pros and cons to it. You know, depending on the beat or the song. For me, I might want to freestyle or I might want to write to it, or depending on what I want to talk about.
Some shit you could flow better when you freestyle.
Yeah, for sure. Like you just feel it, and you don't necessarily need the middleman. Like putting it on the paper and then going to the mic. You just want to take it straight to the mic.
Yeah.
Are you a dog or a cat person?
I got cats, but I'm a dog person. I'm not allowed to have a dog in the house I'm in, so.
So like, what do you like? How do you?
Well, I had a dog.
puppy?
Remember, I had a dog. We had
Yeah.
a puppy, but we had to sell her because she was literally, dude. She chewed up like 3 iPhone cords.
Man, that's just a puppy.
Yeah,
Bro, but you don't understand. She literally was hell, and I'm always at work. Harmony's pregnant. She don't want to deal with that right now. So
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, we can't deal with a dog right now. You're pregnant. Like that's too much work for a puppy.
Do you ever sit peeing down? Or if you sit down?
No, bro.
How do you feel about people who like to pee sitting down?
I mean, it's okay. That's all you, bro.
It doesn't matter. Like if you-
Sometimes though, like you shit and it's like a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, it might come out, but shit.
No,
That's
what
all
about
the
like you
time.
feel like you have to shit, but you just peed, now you just peed sitting down?
I mean, that's accidental.
Do you ask?
No.
Did you get your ass ate?
Fuck no. Bro.
Why do you say it like that?
Like, I'm just not with your sus shit.
But so I'm sus? You think I'm sus?
Do you get your ass ate?
Hell yeah.
I was just gonna say. Everybody likes what they like.
Oh God, you know, they don't eat ass, I don't eat ass, but I get my ass ate.
Hey, he gets his ass ate.
Is that weird? You think that's weird? How about this?
Fuck that. It's
How about this?
2022. Do you not see what the fuck's going on in this world?
Okay, right. So, have you ever tried it before?
What? Get my ass ate?
Yeah.
Nah.
So why? How do you know you don't like it?
I just, bro, I don't know. Like, I don't like the thought of it. I don't like nothing about it. So I just know.
But it's like one of the things like you can't knock it till you try it, my brother. Because I didn't like. I wasn't like walking around like, damn, I need my ass ate. Like, you know what I mean? But then one time, you know, shit happens, and then I'm like, oh shit.
I don't know, bro. I just can't. It's like with fucking drugs. I just can't. My mind won't let me. My mind won't let me do them.
Do you have like a dirty butthole too? Like, is it like hairy and dirty?
Yeah, you don't want to eat my shit.
Yo, can we get Harmony in here and see if she'll eat Day's ass?
No, fuck no.
Yo, I mean, you know, last thing I want to talk about is this, man. You know, other than you know, you say you got some music coming out. You know, I was just curious, and I was thinking about like, you know, you talk a lot about you know, Ryan and your music. You talk about a lot of stuff you've been through. You know, have you seen your writing style change, or just what you're like talking about, or the music you've been making changing since you've been progressing?
Big time. I feel like I'm definitely better in the studio, but I feel like I went from writing songs in 2 to 3 days, and now I'm feeling confident with the songs that I'm getting written in 45 minutes. Like, I'm like, okay, this shit is really fucking good. Like, it sounds way better than my old music that I was taking 2 or 3 days to write that I thought was crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's not like it's just me thinking this. My views went from 300, 300, 300. I dropped Guardian Angel, 1,500, 2,500, 1,300, you know what I mean? It went up like crazy, bro, like skyrocketed crazy. And I was like, bro, that's just proof. If that's not proof my music's getting better, I don't know what the fuck is.
Yeah, I mean, songwriting, I mean, you can't deny it, dog. If you're writing a song every day, you practice,
better,
man. Like, and that's something that I see too.
And like, not on no Eminem shit, but like, anytime I would get stuck on any type of fucking word, I literally just be like, hey Siri, give me a word that rhymes with this in the dictionary. And it'll pop up all these words, right? And I'll go through and I'll see the word and I'll be like, okay, let me see if this word works. Let me read the definition. And then I'll read the definition. If it works, then I'll try to fit it in there somehow and make it work. If not, then I'm like, all right, I'll find another word. Keep moving.
So, what's your message, man? Like, the people watching this interview, if they're fans of you, if they listen to your music, or if they don't know who you are, like, what's your general message that you're trying to get out there through your music, through your brand, through your content?
Basically just, if you got a dream, chase it. And I feel like if you wake up every day and you don't got a main goal, if your goal is just like, all right, I'm going to go to work, blah, blah, you should have a goal to always upgrade and keep moving up. You should have, I feel like everybody's goal in life should be to get fucking rich. You should have some plan that could get you rich. Because if not, you're just not driving for enough in life to me. Like, you got to be driving for something else. It's not worth it. Life's not worth it. You don't live long enough to just be sitting around your ass working every day accepting this.
For sure.
Or even if it's not getting rich in terms of financially, it could be mentally.
Yeah, mentally getting rich. Like, living a good life. Work. Like I said, bro, I don't care if I blow up off this shit. I know I'm working good. I got offered a supervisor position at my job recently, and I didn't take it because it's a nighttime, but it's alright. I know it's going to come with a morning position eventually. But, yeah.
Fuck yeah. Is there anything else you want to let the people know, man?
What's like your Instagram or SoundCloud?
Oh, yeah, so, I don't even know that shit off the bat, but SoundCloud is, I'll show you. D-A-Y now. D-A-Y. If you want to find me, look up Reminisce.
Right, the
That's my biggest song.
Below
My biggest song, 444, my bad. Look up that.
And you guys can go in the description under this video. We'll link his Instagram, his SoundCloud, like all his socials, all that shit. Yeah, we fuck with Day over here. Day's real cool people. I'm sure you guys can tell by this interview. Slick Rick.
Yo, what up? My name Rick. Upcoming rapper. Just
What you got coming up next one?
Got a show going on. Feel me? Pop out. Gonna sell some tickets, so you know what I'm saying. Cop them from me. You'll have a good time. Guaranteed.
Yes, sir. I'm Skylar. You can call me SAV. That's my rapper name. Got a show coming up. What, in a month or two, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Upcoming shit.
11.
The
We got
11th.
a show coming up in goddamn like 2 weeks, bro.
The 11th, boy. We just fucking.
That shit be hot. Let's go.
Yeah, that shit.
Alright, let's go, Redhead.
I'm Red, you know, up and coming, just trying to basically get a name out there. We got a show in like 2 weeks, so we all gonna be performing. Here
I'm
at
at
the
the
making a new song here at DTW also.
Yeah.
And
Turn this bitch up.
yup,
And
and
guess what the songs? Guess what them songs mixed by?
oh, all these people right here.
All these people
Yeah.
Gumby.
Everyone at DTW.
The same
Shout out,
place we
bro.
finna turn the fuck up at.
Shout out DTW,
Come here,
bro.
record music. I promise you, you'll love it. They're good people, great hospitality, everything. You'll love it. I promise.
Yeah.
guys.
And by the way, like, they're actually performing naked on the 11th. It's part of the
Hey,
event.
listen, if y'all, you gotta buy the porn on premium though. You can't get it unless you get the premium.
Right, so like.
$19.99 a month. $19.99.
Not like
Hey, not
every
tax
two weeks.
and
Every
more
2
tax.
weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2
That's
weeks.
special.
I thought it was $1.
No, we up. And gas prices going up, bro.
Yeah, tax.
Yeah, inflation. Inflation.
Don't buy it if you did
The
this.
porn prices went up, man. Alright, bet. It's a wrap.
Boy, your mask be lethal with it, he'll bust your shit. Always been my shooter, if I tell him he'll blick. Tay that's at a party right now fucking someone, bitch. That's my little brother, we both equal like we twins. Been through shit that I won't never tell, committed sins. If he call me on some hot shit, he know I'm all in. I always got my shooters locked and shit can hit the fan. Bop, bop, bop. Ray gon' pull up in the Mustang slime from the cops. You can't get our location, we